Criminal immigrants who are in line to get deported are actually getting a free pass to live in the U.S. They're let run wild when their native countries are too slow or refuse to take them back. We set them free. Joining me now is a person who's outraged. Congressman leading the effort to close up this dangerous immigration loophole from Texas, Ted Poe. Congressman, welcome to the studio.
Good to see you, Brian.
All right, Congressman, what are you saying we should be doing with the 8,740 immigrants who we ordered to leave, whose countries say we won't take you back?
Well, they don't take them back probably because they have enough criminals of their own, so they stall. And once these people that are foreign nationals commit a crime, serve their time, we can only detain them an additional 180 days, and then we have to release them. And they're released back on the streets while they're still waiting deportation. The countries say, nah, we'll get back with you. So those people, some of them end up committing another crime.
And you're talking about one case in particular of a Vietnamese killer that went out and killed 5 people because his country wouldn't take him back.
That's correct. He had served 10 years for armed robbery, got out. Vietnam wouldn't take him back. Now he's charged with committing 5 murders in San Francisco. So there has to be a consequence to these countries.
So we'll put up some. Here's 10 of the nations: Cuba, China, India, Jamaica, Pakistan, Somalia, Iran, Trinidad, Tobago. So you're saying, okay, guys, you don't want to take them back? Once next time your diplomat wants to come in, we're going to start refusing them visas.
That is correct. So I've introduced legislation that would do exactly that. They would be denied some of their diplomatic visas, these countries that refuse to take their convicted criminals back, so that to encourage them, take your criminals back. They belong in your country, not the United States, or the consequence, you will lose some of your diplomatic visas, so you can't get in the U.S. legally.
And here's a naive question. To me, this seems like something that could be bipartisan with your support. Have you gotten support from Democrats?
Yes, we are working with the Democrats to get a specific type of legislation through the Judiciary Committee. We've already had hearings in the Judiciary Committee on this issue, and we'll end up having a bipartisan bill.
How close are you watching what's happened at the Supreme Court this week with the Arizona state law?
Oh, very close. It's a very important decision for not just Arizona, but the entire United States. Going to decide whether or not the states can work with the federal government to enforce immigration law, or if the federal government's going to keep the sole responsibility and continue not to enforce the immigration law.
Do you think that law in Arizona would be good for Texas?
I do. I personally think it would be good in Texas. We have the same problem that the other southwestern states have as far as people that are in the U.S. illegally, and very difficult to manage them because, in my opinion, the federal government doesn't enforce the law that they're supposed to enforce.
And Congressman Ted Poe, hopefully this goes forward because it seems like something everyone can agree on. If you're convicted of a crime, you should not be allowed to stay here.